Hi, this is Denis Morisset. I'm a marketing professor in ESSEC Business School, and I'm currently the director of the Global MBA Learning Career Lab in Luxury. It is an optional module for global MBA students interested in growing or transitioning their career into the luxury industry. It is in fact an evolution of what was called before the Global MBA Luxury track and even before the ESSEC Luxury MBA. It prepares them to become luxury industry leaders through a combination of, I would say, three main types of activities. First, highly practical luxury marketing and branding workshops animated by myself and some of my colleague professors. While we revisit some important academic concepts, the focus is really on case studies, discussions, and interaction with industry leaders invited to the classroom. Second, company visits. We want the students to understand the importance of know-how and craftsmanship. So we bring them to visit, for instance, Louis Vuitton trunk workshop, family house, L'Oréal luxury division, the École of Jewelry Art by Van Cleef & Arpels, or couture know-how with Chanel Le Sage embroidery workshop, but also whiskey, champagne, and even couture shoes, bespoke shoes with John Lubb. And last, we organize 2 field study trips to London and Italy, 1 week each, where students will meet luxury brands and get presentations both on marketing topics, but also career development. And during these trips, we organize also meetings with alumni working in the luxury industry locally. ESSEC was the first business school in the world to partner with the luxury industry and LVMH back in 1991, when luxury was hardly an industry. And we did it since, both in master, MBA programs, even now bachelor programs. So when it comes to luxury, the name of ESSEC immediately pops up, believe me, everywhere in the world. Also because we have thousands of graduate students working in this industry since more than 40 years. I am a good example myself, as after graduating from ESSEC in 1979, I worked 25 years as a CEO and managing director in this industry before becoming a professor. I would say careers are less linear than before. So agility is important to seize, the right opportunity at the right moment. The industry keeps evolving, reinventing itself with a lot of M&A activity on one side, new market penetration on the other side, like Southeast Asia, India, Africa, recently, but also a lot of crossovers among sectors. That is really new. It brings together traditional luxury product brands, luxury service brands like hotels, but also experience-based luxury goods like wines and spirit, furniture, and of course, luxury car. Also, digital transformation, digital innovation around data, sustainability issues have all become critical recently for luxury brands and require new skills set. So again, agility has become critical. And last, I would say this industry is really global. So it bridges all cultures nowadays. So leaders must also be multicultural. The Global MBA Luxury Lab in particular is an amazing melting pot of nationalities and culture. We have candidates, students from all over the world. This year, 14 nationalities. You even forget you're in France. So I think it forces participants to really work in an extremely multicultural environment, challenging their interpersonal skills. Also, we have transformed in the recent years the curriculum of the Global MBA. We put more emphasis on these new hard skills that I mentioned around digital innovation, sustainability, but also soft skills. I can tell you from my own experience that leadership is really a must in this industry, particularly. So they are really looking for leaders in all fields. And this is due to the fact that luxury is really an industry of proximity. So people should really lead teams. We create many networking opportunities by bringing, I think, a lot more alumni and professionals to the classroom that we did before, because we recognize its importance. So we are here acting as a facilitator. But our career center and myself, we also push our students to network by themselves as soon as they join the program. Of course, I can help them a lot, and I do. It's somehow easy for me, as I have been teaching luxury marketing in ESSEC, master and MBA programs for more than 20 years now. So most of the luxury alumni were my students before. What I always say is that they need to be humble, which is not obvious after an MBA. They need to be patient, but at the same time, they really need to show their passion and their determination. You know, this is an industry of passion. So even when I participate in the recruitment, I make sure that my students have a true passion for this sector, at least for some product categories, be it fashion, beauty, jewelry, hotels, whatever. You know, this industry is about products, not just brands. Actually, it's both, right? And also, you know, sales, retail, business development, engaging with elite clients are very important and offer more jobs than marketing. So often I tell my students, if you like people, if you like to deal with people, if you have empathy, consider a career in sales or retail or travel retail, at least for a few years. Many dream to do brand management, even strategic brand management in a luxury group or for a luxury brand right after the MBA. So they need to understand that the luxury brand is so precious that it's often the CEO together with the creative director or the image director who are really in charge of the brand and the strategy. So here, a mistake they do, and I don't want them to do it, I tell them to be patient, to first demonstrate their ability to bring a contribution in whichever field before they can pretend to these kind of positions. ESSEC has really a heritage. It has deep roots in luxury, like a luxury brand. So again, we started partnering with LVMH in 1991. And the Global MBA Luxury Lab, in fact, has existed under different formats since 1994, when ESSEC launched the very first ever MBA in luxury brand management. So again, when it comes to luxury, I can really guarantee my students, and they can feel it after joining, that ESSEC is absolutely the most legitimate today in the world of education for luxury, even if, of course, today we have a lot of competitors. We are not the only one anymore. It's expanding, obviously, because the industry, good news, keeps growing, normally around 5-6% a year on average. But what people don't always realize is the leading brands are growing faster, double digit. Think about Louis Vuitton, Hermès, Chanel, Dior. So also, we have always new geographies, new brand extensions. At the moment, the UAE and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia are very hot markets. They recruit a lot. Then I would say the job market is more and more professional in terms of talent acquisition, talent management. So HR teams are more important and powerful than they were at my time 30 years ago. Jobs are also more and more diverse, as I said, because luxury brands invest in new technologies. For instance, they want to create digital experiences. So, like I said, many people focus on marketing, but there are so many opportunities in retail, in business development, also in finance, in supply chain, in e-commerce, in merchandising, and growingly in data management, market intelligence. So I think there's also, I would like to finish with this, indirect jobs in consulting and digital agencies, because luxury brands, in fact, outsource a lot. Many luxury brands are not so big in terms of size. So many of my former students ended up working for these agencies and work in the luxury industry indirectly. And last but not least, there is another path to consider. Some of my students have decided to create their own luxury brand. It is possible in certain categories more than others. So I have cases in skincare, in fragrance, in jewelry, to name a few.